So I managed to get an interview with the cast of Critical Role Campaign 4, and I managed to mess it up, I think, by asking some of the dumbest questions ever.
So you're getting to the really important stuff here, is what...
Yeah. You see, this all started when I was trying to get an interview with Matthew Mercer and Brennan Mulligan to talk about DM stuff, you know, passing over the torch. I know they're both busy, I did not expect to get a reply, but I sent an email just in case. And it was a polite no. Brennan and Matt are way too busy. But then, instead, I got invited to the press junket, a short video interview with half the members of the cast. It's there to promote Critical Role's Campaign 4, with the first episode coming out October 2nd. So I said yes to it, of course, but I had very, very little time to prepare. And with the nature of the junket, it's a get in, get out type thing, I really wanted my questions to hit hard. But I'm no journalist. I had no idea what to ask them. I panicked, I went online onto Twitter to see what people were talking about to get inspiration, and all I saw was fandom ships. So I thought, for some odd reason, the first question I would ask would be this. I've seen a bunch of fandom ships already. People imagining your characters in relationships with each other and scenarios, even love triangles. Do you think seeing that stuff will affect how you play in-game and shape the relationships moving forward?
So you're getting to the really important stuff here, is what...
Yeah.
Everybody, I'm sure, has a different take. It makes no sense to me. You haven't even seen anything yet. It's just the art. It's madness.
I saw somebody on Twitter say, "Don't worry, I'm just playing dolls." And I love that as a concept of just like, okay, I've got the character art. Who do I want to make kiss? And I think, why not all of them, you know?
Yeah, it's just excitement for the story that's about to unfold for them. I love it. I mean, seeing this is for the original cast of Critical Role. This is our fourth rodeo, and so we have now become accustomed to seeing this explosion of excitement and fan art come at the top of every campaign, and it's been such a joy. You know, we're all on a thread now together, talking about what's happening and sharing the stuff that pops up throughout the day has been a blast, and especially getting to see our new friends at the table react to it. And it's just passion for what's to come. So, I mean, I personally tend to go, when I start hearing, I tend to go in the opposite direction because I'm a contrarian, but love seeing the conjecture.
So it does affect you, just the other way around.
Right. So you got to reverse psychology me.
I just love that we have so many. I feel like a lot of I like what it's saying about the culture of Ahriman, that we have characters like, we have, you know, Tyranny, who's got these like wild rectangular pupils, and we have Valus with the scars, and Thimble with dragonfly wings, and all this stuff. And then we have a bunch of the sort of our adventuring men in the party, where they're like, "I want my boy to be beautiful, a beautiful boy. Make my boy stunning, gorgeous to look at." I love it. That's
all like very hot men and a bunch of wild, freaky, crazy women.
Yes. Yes.
This is the future we want. This is what we want to see.
I made a request to make my guy less attractive. I would just like that on record. So this is the less attractive version of him, by the way.
Maybe men in Ahriman are like the bird world here on Earth One, just stunning plumage.
Yes.
Very fine.
The scene where Liam puts his wings over his head and clicks and dances is really one of the best opening scenes.
That's how I originally invited Travis to play tabletop with me 10 years ago.
I remember it well. I still have some of the feathers.
You want to come over to Matt's house?
I love all the shipping. I love the smut. Keep it coming.
There's smut?
Oh yeah, I've seen some out there, but I search for it.
Oh boy.
I love you, Ashley.
Ashley being like, "Oh, I've stumbled across some in my pointed searches for as much of it as I can find."
Yep.
Okay, on to my next question. The second question I had prepared was fundamentally the same as the first question. I'm not good at this, okay? So I skipped that one. I was nervous, okay? So I asked instead what I think is a good question. Is there anything that you guys have been most impressed with when filming this new season? Has anything blown your mind?
I mean, one thing we have to tip our hat to is the powerhouse that is Marisha Ray as the creative director. When she really summons the full cylinders of the Critical Role creative engine, it's a force to be reckoned with. So whether it's the set or the production values or any of the assets that are being generated as we speak for the show, it's second to none. And you just can't you can't fail to mention her name in one of the beautiful moving forces of something like this.
The set is so dope. It's so insane. I feel like the only thing that comes to mind is like I want to find a way to say this without sounding really trite, but I just have very rarely worked with this caliber of performer, and the way that every single person is so dropped in, so ready to connect, keeps their energy up, and then Brennan just taking us along this journey, whipping out 17,000 different voices and names and a whole ass world for us. I just am like, I forget sometimes to play because I'm enjoying watching and listening, and like I'm in it. I feel like I'm just a fan watching, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in this.
That's how we felt the whole time. But I am gobsmacked by the breadth and scope of the world that Brennan has brought to the table. You know, with Vox Machina and the campaign that started in an apartment, we started so small and grew and grew and grew. But we hit the ground running with Brennan having a massive idea of scale and the world, and so it really felt like wandering through that Narnia door and then going like, "Holy crap! I need a map to this place. It is so massive already. What's my place in it?" So I've been just impressed with all the balls that Brennan seems to be juggling in his head.
I want to add just one thing to that. It's clear every time you're in there, whether it's in the set or the lighting or in just the people, the faces that you see around the table, it's just oozing with love and with wonder. I was going to say passion, but for some reason, wonder felt more appropriate. And that has that in there, but it just feels so saturated with this, like, I don't know, this kind of magical sense of like love and wonder. And it's pretty freaking cool.
I had 3 questions left, but I was running out of time, and honestly, I didn't like my own questions, so I scrapped 2 of them and fell back on the one remaining that I myself wanted to know the answer to. I'm sure they were getting much more professional questions all day, so maybe it was a nice breather to get dog water ones like mine. Rumour has it that this game could be more on the deadlier side. I don't know if that rumour is true or not, but do you have any ideas for backup characters in case your current ones hit an untimely end? Or do you just concentrate on one character at a time?
Go ahead, Taliesin.
I've got 2 solid ideas and 3 or 4 that are in development, enough that it would take me about 2 weeks. Never again. Never again.
One. It'll happen again, Taliesin. I had one, and then I have been watching things that I'm not sitting for, and it gave me an idea for a second. So I have 2 loose concepts, if need be.
Brennan warned us to come up with a backup character, and brat that I am, I haven't, because I really like mine and I don't want her to die, which means that I will probably be punished.
Hitler, Brennan.
It's not up to me, man. It's the dice. It's just I'm just here. This is the ultimate DM like swerve. Is the good cop bad cop relationship with dice, where you as the DM lean over the screen and you're like, I want to help you out, but my partner, he's crazy, and you point to a bunch of dice on the table. Like, this guy, he can't even think. He's plastic shapes, man. This guy's loco.
Oh, that's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. I want to help you out, man, but
I want to help you. I'd love to give you advantage if I could. You know, like
over here. That's amazing. I don't have a backup character. I don't. And I should. But most of the time it's hard enough for me to think of one. So I don't know how Taliesin sits here with like 15 in the lineup behind him. But learning more about this world and how incredible and amazing it is and playing in it, I have had some ideas that have been percolating just in case. That doesn't mean you should do anything, Brennan.
We're all so afraid of it.
I know.
I know, I'm like, I don't want to say it.
I'm not scared. Brennan, what you got, man? I'm not worried about it. I'm covered in fur, bro.
I just gave my character a twin brother, so that's my backup.
So I'm looking at Tune Nayar. Who is this?
I didn't send you that part of the backstory yet.
Hell yeah, I love it. No, but I do think that there is to answer the question about the lethality of the campaign, and I think that pointedly here, I don't want to. It is very possible that we will go for a long, long, long time with no character deaths. It is very possible that we'll have a lot of them. So I don't want to promise people that they're like fans should not go into this expecting us to skew the dice in any one direction or another, right? Like the lethality of the game is up to them. But the things that are true for this setting is that the encounters are not level balanced, meaning much like a sort of open world video game, if you go to an area with high challenge rating monsters, there will be high challenge rating monsters there. The world is, in other words, the bumpers are not up. We're not bowling with the bumpers up, right? And then number two is just that the vastness of the world and the multiple tables means, frankly, that like, and I don't mean this. I would, of course, feel so devastated if we lost all the characters. But a full table wipe, if everybody died in an encounter, would probably just mean that we picked up at the next table the next week. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, the show is able to metabolize that kind of character death in a very like limber way. And if that fills people with dread and trepidation, then that's fine with me. That's good TV.
Can tell you that makes me excited. So that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Not that I want everyone to die.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, I want there to be a chance of it to happen.
You want a bloodbath.
I realized I wasn't good at this when I had to do everything in my power not to riff with them. When the cast was bouncing off each other and they were doing little skits, it was really hard for me not to like hop on in there, even though I had no right to be there. We see interviewers all the time who just talk too much and make it about themselves. I really didn't want to be one of them, but it was hard. I think I did a good job in the end of just staying quiet though. Hopefully not too quiet. But I guess I did kind of make this video about me in the end. But I didn't want this just to be another, Zoom call. But I gotta say, the cast were fantastic. They were super cool, and even though my questions were trash, they turned them into really good answers. It did end embarrassingly for me though. I ran out of questions because I skipped so many of them, panicked, finished early, and then couldn't find my way out of the call. All right, I think my time's running up, so I won't ask you any more questions. I'll give you guys a breather, but thank you so much for chatting with me.
Oh, thank you for coming out.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
No worries. Yeah. I guess, do I just leave? Do I see myself out now? Yeah, bye guys. Thanks a lot. Honestly, I ran out of there so fast. Like, I really put the word bumbling into the phrase bumbling British man. Anyway, I hope you at least found the interview interesting, and thanks for watching.